Hey there, everyone. I'm going to provide you a tutorial on using the online library that could be specific for locating social work information. I provide this because so often students have a difficult time finding published research studies on topics they're interested in, and it's not because their information's not there or that it's not available. It is because we don't always have the skills to do good searches, and different libraries work differently. So I'm going to walk you through this from the very beginning all the way to retrieving a article and making some suggestions along the way. So first of all, when you come to the home page, you want to go to the menu. You want to go to support services. You want to go to academic resources. Bam, there's the library option. So when you go to the library option, then this is the home page that comes up. You're going to see these different Ask a Librarian, Special Collections, Book a Study Room. Those are things to interact with librarians or individuals who are staffed in the library. Down here, you have advanced search, journals, databases, and research guides. The research guides are specific to different programs, and you can click on that and it will provide you some information about different databases that may hold research related to that particular profession or that particular field of study. What you actually want to do is you want to click on databases. Think of databases as one giant filing cabinet with multiple drawers. So if you were to walk in a room and there's a huge filing cabinet and there's all these drawers, all these different journals are these different drawers. So start with databases. And when you click on databases, it's going to take you to this page right here, Waters Library A&M Commerce A to Z databases. Now, this is the way that I do searches and the way that I have found to be the most expedient and produce the best results for the things that I'm looking for related to the social work profession. So I start with Academic Search Complete, which is now the second one here under A. And I click Academic Search Complete. And when I click that, I'm now going to have to log in. This is your MyLeo login. So you log in here just like you do if you're logging into your MyLeo. If you happen to be on campus and actually connected to the server there, you don't have to log in. But off campus, you do. So I'm going to do my login here. Actually, I think I log in like this. Let's see if this one works. I don't remember if it's my CWID number or if I can log in with, there you go, with my Windows login. So then once you log in, you're kind of taken back to that first search section again. And here you're going to actually want to choose databases. See right here at the top, it says choose databases. When you click on that, it brings up a menu of all the different databases that are available within the university. And what this is, these are all the different drawers in that big filing cabinet that I used the analogy of. And this is all of the areas that we hold journals in. Now, a journal could actually be published through only one database, or it could be published through multiple databases. But what you want to do is you want to expedite your search option. So you want to choose multiple databases. You want the program to be looking through multiple file drawers and not just one database. I'm going to tell you the ones that I recommend. No matter what topic you're searching on, these are the databases I recommend you always click to search through to get the most results of what you're looking for. So we've got Academic Search Unlimited right up here at the top. That's the database we collected to arrive here, or we checked to arrive here. So now we actually have APA Psych articles and we have APA Psych Info. This is going to be the Psychological Association. So there's a lot of research that social workers are interested in that would be published under Psychological Association. So let's scroll down here more towards the bottom. And if you see ERIC, ERIC is the repository for anything related to education. And it doesn't necessarily mean classroom education, but there's a lot of publications through the ERIC database, again, that carry research studies that are going to be important for us. So we go to ERIC, we come up here, we actually go to Medline. Medline is the repository for all healthcare. So anything healthcare related, any type of journals healthcare related are going to show up potentially in the Medline database. And then down here, we actually have, you can click social work abstracts. Now, when it says social work abstracts, that means the full text is not always available, but this will bring in the social work journals where we do publish our research studies. And then you can bring in SOS index with full text. And this is sociology based data and with full text articles. So it's going to grab a lot of the social work stuff too, and a lot of the psychological stuff also too. So no matter what topic you're searching for, I actually recommend you use these 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 basic databases every time you do a search. This is just normal for me. Any search I do, I always search multiple databases, and these are the ones I choose. Now, if I have something that's very specific and I'm wanting to look at robot research related to, and I need robot research related to what I'm writing a grant for, or what I'm publishing a study on, then I may include information science and technology, okay? Or maybe I'm interested in something related to family studies. And if I go back up here, here's family studies abstract. So I use these databases no matter what I'm searching for, and then I can actually add additional databases if I'm looking for something that might be a little bit more specific. Once you click that, you click OK. And when you click OK, you're going to go back to that original right here, but those databases for this search are saved, so they're in there. So you want to go to Advanced Search. And when you go to Advanced Search, this is the window that comes up. If I click here and show my choose databases, all the ones that I've chose are there, okay? So they're already there, and so I don't have to re-choose those when I get here. So I'm here, I'm going to Advanced Search. And then when I go to Advanced Search, I have these different options. You have field option, you have text, you have author, you have title, you have subject terms, you have source. If you have found, say you've Googled a specific article and it's been referenced on the web, but you need the actual article, if you know the author, you can put in the author's name right here. You could put in, then right here you just click author. You can click in the second one and you could put what journal it's going to be in. SO is the source, that may be the specific journal, so you can get very specific. But if you're really just starting out and you don't know exactly what you're looking for, you're going to use the select field option. You just leave that, and that just opens it all up to all kinds of searches right there, okay? And you can refine later. So right here, let's say I'm going to be interested in assistive and age. I'm interested in research that's going to address assistive robots and age. And I truncated age by putting the little asterisk there. So what that's going to do is that tells the program to look for age, aged, aging, anything that would have a suffix there for age, it's going to look for. So it expands what I'm looking for again. And then I'm just going to hit search. So this is my very first search right out of the box. I just want something with assistive robots and aging. And I come up with one. And that is because there's very little research on this. So this is one. It's I can get it linked to full text, autonomous assistive robots for older people at home, an exploratory study. Looks like it was published in 2020. Right here, link to full text. When I click on link to full text, it's actually going to take me to the document. And here's the document. And, oh, unfortunately, it's all in German. I could actually go into Google and I can translate this if I want to, but this could be very helpful. So if this was an article that I wanted to keep, I would actually come over here and I would download it, and I'm going to save it to one of my drives. I'm going to save it to an area that I have it in. If you save inside of here, like over here, if you choose something and you save, you actually have to create an account and be inside of that account to be able to access the articles that you're saving. So I always download them and keep them in a separate folder, electronic folder, so that I have them available. Okay, so let's go back and I'm going to take age out because maybe I made my focus too narrow, and I'm just going to start with assistive robots. And when I hit assistive robots, I come up with 2. Okay, now remember, I'm searching in areas that are primarily human services. Okay, I'm also only searching down here from 2020 to 2020 because that's all that's available. So I'm going to go back to my choose databases, and I'm going to pull in that technology one, information science and technology. And I'm going to hit OK. So I've added that there. Take this out here. I'm going to go back to my advanced search now that I've added that, and I'm going to say, and leave that open. And then I'm going to hit search. Now I have 932 to choose from because I got into a database, a technology database. Even though I'm doing research with robots and human services, there's very little published there. So I have to look at other professions who may publish in this area to get the information I need, okay? So there's plenty here for me to start looking at and choosing from. So again, you want to choose multiple databases with those 7 that I indicated no matter what you're searching for. You're going to put in a very broad search to begin with, hopefully. So my broad search would have been assistive robots. Then I could have started looking at some of these topic areas and see how they're older adults. Let's see. I can look for other terms that I may want to narrow my focus down to. So that becomes a process in doing that. The other thing I can do is over here, I can actually narrow the years that I want to look at. I never narrow the years I want to look at when I'm starting my first search because I don't want to eliminate anything, okay? I also don't limit it to full text. I don't limit it to peer-reviewed journals, not to begin with. I want to see what's out there. So I have 932, so maybe I do need to limit it. So let me go to the last 10 years, which would put me into, we'll just say 2010. It's going to get me right about 10, 11 years. We like for research to be within the last 10 years when we're talking about human subject research or behavioral health research because we want the most recent information. We don't want information that was published 20 years ago because it may not apply to the context of what's going on today. So when I do this again, then I only come up with 875. So it's eliminated some of those that I was potentially going to look at. Then I can come over here and I can click scholarly peer-reviewed journals. When I click the scholarly peer-reviewed journals, it again is going to eliminate others. So I'm down to 831, okay? So I'm getting more narrow and it's going to be easier to sift through these. And again, so maybe I want to narrow my focus a little bit more. So I'm going to put the word adult, truncate it. And so it could be adults or, and see what that gets me down to. So when I search there, now I'm down to 218. So I've narrowed my focus down even more. So it's going to be easier to find those articles and get through. Now you have the link to full text, so you can get to that. You potentially have where you can download a PDF full text right here from the library, so you can get to there. This right here, when you says save PDF to cloud, that's what I was talking about. You have to have an account inside the library, and you have to log into that account to access those if you have saved them here. Okay, now if you have it here and it says find at TAMUC, if you click on that, the university is then going to begin looking for if we have this somewhere else. And here it's in International Psychogeriatrics. And so here are some potential databases that it could be in. Might be in Nursing and Allied Health. Let's see what comes up there. Again, just another step to try to find that article. But now you can see why you can't wait to the last minute to locate these articles. You really have to start early and begin looking. And right here I have full text PDF for this article. So I can download it from here and save it from here. When you're inside of the library, if for any reason you have something that it cannot, the library, we just don't have access to it, you can email a librarian and they can request it. There's a consortium and they can request it from other libraries. You should not ever have to pay to access published research. It may take you a little longer. You may have to get it through interlibrary loan. You may have to get help with the librarian to find it. But we should have access to whatever you need. Again, you can't wait till the last minute on that. So, real quick, down and dirty, very basic review of how we actually can search in the library and come up with substantial research publications for whatever topic we're looking at. If we can't get it within our human services topic, we may need to look at the legal databases. We may need to look at the technology databases. We may need to look somewhere else, but it doesn't mean it doesn't exist. And when you're doing a review of the literature, a true review of the literature, it really means digging down and pulling those articles that are most relevant, that are most current, that actually are rigorous. So it requires some time and some work and some skills to get this down. So I encourage you, as the semester is beginning, to make yourself familiar with the library and the best ways to search. You can always reach out to a librarian to get help. Sometimes they don't understand the terminology that's important to our profession, so they can help in some ways they just cannot. You can reach out to me if you need some help, reach out to others. The one thing I want to say is don't wait till the last minute. You're going to have a lot of literature reviews. You're going to have a lot of papers in the program that require what we call empirical support, or you have to support your opinion. You have to have a citation to support what you're saying, even though it's your opinion and what you think. So you have to be able to pull this out of the library, okay? This is much more rigorous. It's vetted. If you're going on Google, if you're going on some of the others, you're going to get older publications. You're going to get information that may not be vetted, that may not be accurate. So you have to really pay attention to what you're doing. So hopefully this helps you in being able to know how to traverse the library, and you will actually be able to get what you need for the papers that you're going to have and do it in a timely and efficient manner.